ومن اتبع هداه أما بعد فهذا هو آخر الدرس الحادي والعشرون. Last part of that lesson, and then we can also go into inshallah الدرس الثاني والعشرون. الدرس الثاني والعشرون is the recap of فعل المضارع and الحالات, meaning the various states of الفعل المضارع. حالات means states. Is it when I say state, I'm talking about the grammatical state. المرفوع, المنصوب, and المجزوم. There's only three possibilities for the أفعال. الفعل can only either be مرفوع, منصوب, or مجزوم. It can never be what, brothers and sisters? Also, it can never be, a فعل can never be ماذا? Can be مرفوع, منصوب, مجزوم. It can never ever be
مجزوم
مكسور
مكسور or مجرور. Yeah, exactly.
مجرور, right? Yeah.
مجرور. It can never be مجرور. مجرور is something which is specific to al-asma, the nouns. This is مجرور is specific to nouns. Al-asma, however, al-ism can be marfu', can be mansub, and can also be majroor. It can never ever be
مجزوم.
ahsant. Ahsant. It can never be majzoom. So therefore, you now know that majzoom is specific to the af'al and majroor is specific to the asma. And this is why even in al-Ajurumiyya, Ibn al-Ajurum, he speaks about the signs which are specific to a type of kalima, and he says that from the signs of ism is al-jar, that it accepts majroor. It accepts to be majroor, it accepts it. And from the signs of the fi'l, he mentions a few signs for both, and he says the signs of being a fi'l is that it accepts, allows itself to be majzoom. That means if you see a word which is not a harf, again we have to exclude the huruf. Okay, min, ila, fi, ala, those ones. Z has signed in. Ahlan Zaid. Now I know who you are. I can recognize your code name. So no need to change it. Okay, no, it came up as Z again. No problem. In any case, that is what we'll be doing in a short while. But before we do that, let's round up with the Dars al-Hadi wal-Ishrun. Some very important points over here. And that is where we left off. We left off with this exercise. I'm not sure if we actually finished it. And did we go around the 11 questions? I think we did, right? Tamreen al-Sabi', which was وضع الفعل المناسب. You had to put the appropriate verb in these sentences using lam. If I'm not mistaken, just remind me, brothers, did we complete this exercise?
Yes.
We completed it, right?
Yeah.
طيب. Over here, الدرس التمرين الثامن, it says in these sentences 1, 2, 3, and down below there to 7. One of them is mubtada and the other one is khabar. This is easy for you guys, but it's been introduced over here as maybe as a revision, but to consolidate the concept. Each one you have to state which one is mubtada, which one is khabar, and then you have to say the i'rab. You have to give the i'rab of each one. Okay, so just very quickly, Abdullah Khalil, Alma, number 1, can you read it please? Tell me which one is the mubtada and which one is the khabar.
الماء قليل. الماء is the مبتدأ and قليل is the خبر.
بارك الله فيك. And وضبط آخرهما, that means put the correct vowel points on the ends of each one.
Oh, الماء قليل.
Yeah, you said it exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, the screen's gone off. I think, is it my phone only?
Must be yours. Can everyone else still see? Abu Maymoon, number 2, please.
تعاد ممرضة.
مرضى. Where is the mubtada? Where's the khabar?
The khabar is ممرضة, right? And the other one, how you say it again?
You said it.
You said khabar, and what was the other one? I forgot it. Sorry.
Sorry, mubtada.
The mubtada su'ad.
Ahsant. And how would you read su'ad?
Okay. Is it su'adu?
Barakallahu feek. Yeah, all of the female names are.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. I was just reviewing that today too.
Su'adu is mubtada, mumarridatun is khabar. Akram Abdul Samad, number 3, please.
القهوة باردة.
Barida.
باردة.
Two.
باردة.
Tun, you have to decide now. You gave 2 answers.
Tun.
Okay, Jayid. And where's the mubtada? Where's the khabar?
القهوة خبر باردة.
Where's the mubtada, Afwan?
مبتدأ القهوة.
جيد.
مبتدأ مرفوع. لا نحتاج أستاذ مرفوع على الضمة.
لأن الوقت ضيق. عبد الكريم دفدار, if you can do number 4, please.
Yeah, النجوم جميلة.
أحسنت بارك الله فيك.
النجوم is the mubtada and جميلة is its خبر.
بارك الله فيك. النجوم. So as you can see, I'm doing 1 underline for the mubtada, double underline for the khabar. النجوم جميلة. Number 5. 1, 2, 3. Abu Abdullah.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام.
نعم, sorry.
تفضل أخي, read and tell me where is the mubtada?
الدخول ممنوع. الدخول المبتدا ممنوع is خبر.
And can you read it with the end, with the vowels, please?
الدخول ممنوع.
ممنوع, yeah? Is that what you said?
No, الدخول ممنوع.
ممنوع.
Yeah.
Why are you saying ممنوع?
Because it's because it's nakira anyway.
Is it ممنوع because it's ممنوع من الصرف? The word is ممنوع.
No,
I don't think
so.
ممنوع because it's ممنوع.
No.
So then why is it ممنوع? Why is it only 1 dhamma?
Because it's implicit that it's nakira.
I don't remember studying any of that. It's implicit.
In
any case, you're going to say it's alif or lam. If it's alif or lam, you'll have 1 dhamma. If it's mudaf, you'll have 1 dhamma. If there's no alif or lam and it's not mamnu' min as-sarf, then the asl is that it's going to take is
dhammatain.
Yeah, that is the sign of it being nakira.
Okay, so it should be dhammatain.
It is dhammatain. You were right in the first place. I was just making sure you knew why you chose it.
Alhamdulillah.
Abu Hassan, you have to teach me about this implicit stuff later, actually.
No, computing term.
Al-babu mughliqun.
مغلق. أيوة.
Al-babu mubtada mughliqun khabar.
أحسن. So you can clearly see a pattern developing here. And then the last one is with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think Akram, someone already read, right? It's Abu Bakr.
Sorry, I'm eating.
No problem, Akhi. I'll skip you, inshallah. And Siddiq.
نعم هاشمون ذكي
أحسنت بارك الله فيك. أين المبتدأ وأين الخبر؟
هاشمون is the مبتدا and ذكي is the khabar.
أحسن الله إليك. بارك الله فيك. جيد. In تمرين number 9, and this is just as like a concept of revision over here. And Abu Maymun mentioned that he'd already been revising this earlier on, so we've actually taken it previously in the lessons. In التمرين التاسع, they say, look for the difference between الجملة الاسمية and الجملة الفعلية. Simply have to say which one is فعلية and which one is اسمية. And so going down the list, Numair and Zaid. They haven't answered yet. So if you're happy to answer, Akhi Numair, number 1, you just tell me اسمية or فعلية. جملة اسمية أو جملة فعلية. As a point of revision, while Numair is answering, how do we know the difference between the jumla ismiya and jumla fi'liya?
I was gonna ask you that too, because I need to
Hopefully you got
remember
the
that.
answer. But the answer is actually embedded in this same dialogue, in this or in the conversation later in lesson 21. That point came. Go ahead, Akhi. Who's going to answer? Was it Siddiq?
نعم الجملة الاسمية starts, T begins with اسم, and جملة الفعلية T starts with a fi'lun.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's right.
Just as a quick point of benefit, Akhi Siddiq, if you look at the question here, al jumlatu al ismiyatu na'at man'ut. Yeah, and I heard you were saying it with ismiyat T as almost like it's a mudaf.
No, that's my mistake.
You're gonna have it the same as the first is the same as the second.
Right. Too.
الجملة الاسمية تبدأ باسم والجملة الفعلية تبدأ بفعل. Is that correct, everyone? Okay with that? الجملة الاسمية
So Ustaz, the question.
تبدأ باسم. A جملة اسمية starts with a noun, ism, as Sadiq said. والجملة الفعلية تبدأ بفعل. As Sadiq said, a جملة فعلية starts with a verb. أخي Abu Hassan, was Akram, you were saying? Abu Hassan.
نعم ما قلت ماذا قلت؟ نسيته.
لا بأس خير الحمد لله. طيب Numair's mic is not working, so no problem.
Yes, Ustaz.
تفضل يا أخي أبو عبد الله.
What about if I said Abdullah ذهب إلى المسجد?
جملة اسمية.
But the second part is that looks like a Jumlatul Fa'liya. So is it like you got a Jumlatul Fa'liya inside a Jumlatul Ismiya?
Yeah, mashallah. Ahsan, jazakallahu khairan. So we have basically what we want to say here is that, for example, number 1, I've just realized that Abu Abdullah is Khalil, right?
No.
MashaAllah.
حياك الله.
This one here, أخي, خرج المدرس, is it اسمية أو فعلية?
خرج, that's فعلية.
أحسن. So straight away, immediately you will say, فاعل, عفوا, you will say, hold on, this You will say فعل, خرج is the فعل, yeah, and المدرس is the فاعل.
Fine.
Plus, now you can't say that when it comes to number 2. Khalil, go for number 2, please.
المدرس خرج.
المدرس خرج. Now, this one here, this is مبتدا.
No.
So what is خرج? Now, خرج is a jumla in itself. Yeah, as you said rightly, does this become its own sentence? So basically, you will say خرج is فعل. Yeah, and if it's a fi'l, then it needs a fa'il, and the fa'il is not mentioned except the mubtada before it, but we will say ضمير مستتر والفاعل ضمير مستتر تقديره هو ضمير مستتر تقديره هو. Okay.
What does تقديره mean?
It is
Implied.
you are back to the implicit word. Implied. It's the implied. It's the implied fa'il. Yeah, it's an implicit fa'il because explicitly we have a mubtada, we don't have a fa'il. You can't change this mubtada and make it a fa'il at the same time. But because we know that kharaja is the fi'l thulathi mujarrad, is that 3-letter verb, and it is the masculine base form, then the fa'il is always going to be huwa. Yeah, and it's not mentioned, so it's mustatir, it's hidden. Okay, and the assumption is that the damir will be huwa. You won't say damir is Khalid or damir is al-mudarrisu. You'll say huwa. So the point now is al-mudarrisu is mubtada. Kharaja is fi mahalli raf'in khabar. It's in the state of being marfu' as it is khabar. Is that clear?
Sorry, what does mahalli mean?
Mahal means in the place of, in the state of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said, for example, I think the example you gave is similar to al-mudarrisu kharaja ila al-masjid.
No.
So kharaja ila al-masjid, all of that there is this jumla is fi mahalli raf'in, in the state of being marfu' khabar, because it came in the position of khabar. Is that clear, inshallah? Is that clear, my brothers?
Inshallah, yeah.
Great. طيب الثالث عادل اسمية أو فعلية؟ عادل, can you hear me? طيب, someone tell me number 3, جملة اسمية أو جملة فعلية؟
جلس يا أستاذ.
تفضل.
جملة فعلية.
جملة فعلية. ضحك is the فعل, and أين الفاعل؟
الولد.
الولد. بارك الله فيك. And number 4, Adil, you got it? Is your mic working, Adil?
I had the issue with the mic. Yeah, it's working now.
No, but Adil's not responding, so I'm guessing that's yeah. He also has issues. It's a bad mic day. تفضل أخي. I just saw who did I see? Habib.
Yes, yeah.
تفضل.
الزهرة جميلة. This اسمية. جملة اسمية.
أحسنت. جملة اسمية. طيب أكرم عبد الصمد, number 5, please.
أستاذ
تفضل.
دخل طالب.
دخلت
طالب. نعم. فاعل طالب.
هل هذه الجملة جملة اسمية أو
جملة فعلية.
أم جملة فعلية؟ أحسن, جملة فعلية. بارك الله فيك. طيب الرقم 6 is with زيد.
الله أكبر. جملة اسمية.
جملة اسمية. أحسنت. الله أكبر. بارك الله فيك. لفظ الجلالة is مبتدأ and أكبر is خبر. جيد. And then we take a few examples here. عين الاسم والفعل والحرف. Point out the اسم, the فعل, and the حرف in these sentences. Okay, so I'm going to go down the list, and please remember your number. Abu Maymoon is number 1. Abdul Kareem is number 2. Abdullah Khalid is number 3. Abu Abdullah is number 4. Abu Hassan, number 5. Akram Abdul Samad, number 6. Habib, number 7. Numair, number 8. Zaid, number 9. Sadiq, number 10. Adil, number... Oh, there's no number 10. Afwan. Afwan Sadiq, hopefully, inshallah, not hopefully, but if someone doesn't have a mic, somebody can't answer, then you'll jump in.
Ustaz, the meaning of harf, what's that mean again? I mean, I'm sorry.
Harf is a particle, right? Like harf al-jar.
Harf al-jar. Okay.
Ala.
I just wanted to make sure that I understood that. I was thinking it was harf al-jar or something like that, but I wanted to make sure.
all of the huruf, not only harf al-jar, like wa and hal and these small words that are not either a noun, neither a noun or they are verb. تفضل فعل اسم فعل حرف. خرج. Abu Maymoon.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
We gotta be quick.
Okay. خرج المدرس والطلاب من الفصل.
جيد. خرج.
Would it be the
فعل.
Okay.
المدرس.
This is the خبر. Right?
اسم.
اسم.
و.
حرف. No.
حرف.
Okay. And then
اسم.
من.
Sorry to put pressure on you.
من. Yeah, I know.
أحسنت. حرف. الفصل.
It's خبر.
It's not خبر. Right? We only have 3 options. اسم, فعل, حرف.
Oh, well, there'd be the فعل.
It's not a verb. It's an ism.
Oh, it's ism. I'm sorry.
Last, right now. Sorry, Akhi. I'm just trying to push on because of the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2, who is it?
Yeah, myself, Abdul Karim. سأذهب إلى المكتبة بعد الدرس. سأذهب his fail. Oh, Sa is also there. Sa, I'm not sure.
The scene is harf. أذهب is harf.
أذهب his fail.
بارك الله فيك. إلى.
إلى his harf.
المكتبة.
المكتبة is اسم.
بارك الله فيك. بعد.
بعد his should be harf. I'm not sure.
الدرس.
الدرس is اسم.
بارك الله فيك. Who's number 3?
مي أستاذ.
تفضل.
is حرف السؤال.
is حرف and فهمتها؟
فهمتها is فعل.
We actually have فهم and we have a ضمير here as well.
Oh yes. فهمت يا الضمير. And then ad-dars is the
What's the
noun.
damir? What is the category of damir?
Sorry, what do you mean?
Ism. Ism.
Okay, because it's afahim anta.
Exactly.
Okay.
Ad-darsa.
That's also fi'l. Sorry, noun. Noun. Ya is harf nida.
And aliyun.
The ism.
والجواب.
Harf. Fahimta is again the fi'l with the damir.
And the damir is ism.
Yeah.
Barakallah. Use number 4.
Me.
تفضل.
لا حرف.
لا is harf. What type of harf is it?
نافي.
حرف nafi or nahi?
نفي.
Because the next word has a sukoon on it. So it's prohibition. La nahiya is jazima. It makes the next word majzoom. La taktub. This is not nafi, which is a negation, but nahi, which is a prohibition. جيد. And طيب. So تكتب.
فعل.
بالقلم.
ب حرف.
بارك الله فيك. أحسنت. The ba is the harf.
قلم اسم.
And qalam is ism.
الأحمر اسم.
Is also ism. تفضل. Who's number 5?
أبو حسن.
تفضل.
Okay. Lam is harf.
جيد.
Aksal is fail.
أحسنت.
And al-mindil is ism.
طيب. لم أغسل المناديل.
بالصابون. B is harf. B. والصابون is حرف جر. بالصابون is again اسم.
حفظك الله. تفضل أخي number 6.
لن حرف أذهب فعل إلى حرف بلدي بلد اسم يا متكلم اسم في حرف أطلت اسم السيف اسم.
أحسنت وبارك الله فيك. You crooked my pen. لن أذهب إلى بلدي في عطلة الصيف. لن. What type of harf is this?
نصب.
نعم. نفي المستقبل. حرف النصب. It's a harf which makes the next verb mansoob, and it is a negator, and is the negator of a future. So لن أذهب حرف نفي المستقبل. طيب. وهو حرف ناسب. وهي حرف ناسبة إلى بلدي. بلد اسم. يا is يا المتكلم. This is also is it يا متكلم?
يا نعم.
Or is it يا
ضمير متصل.
لا. I don't think it is.
بلدي.
لا.
نعم.
No.
Is this not يا? This يا is it not يا ملكية or يا نسبة?
Yes. يا نسبة.
يا نسبة meaning I mean it's just the semantics. Just the name is different, but the ruling doesn't change. تفضل أخي number 7. Who is now number 7?
هو يبحث عن المفتاح. هو الاسم. يبحث الفعل عن الحرف. المفتاح اسم.
بارك الله فيك. Who's number 8, please?
ما عندي قلم ولا كتاب. ما is حرف.
جيد.
عندي is حرف.
عند is harf, and the يا
is اسم.
بارك الله.
ضمير مستتر.
لا, not ضمير مستتر. It's a that is يا الملكية, maybe you'll say the possessive. Yeah.
قلم اسم وحرف لا حرف كتاب اسم. كتاب.
أحسنت. Who's number 9?
أنا is ضمير and طالب is اسم.
أنا is
ضمير.
Damir, and this damir is ism. Damair are asma. Damairu asma. And talib is also ism. Ahsan. Barakallahu feekum. Let's quickly go over here and notice that you had this word in Ad-Dars al-Hadi wal-Ishrun, al-la'i, which is the plural of allati. And you should know that allati has got two plurals, al-la'i and allati. Both of them are allowed. So you'll say, الطالبات اللاتي خرجنا من الفصل الآن من الفلبين. Or you can say, الطالبات اللائي خرجنا من الفصل الآن من الفلبين. Both of them are allowed and they are both okay and they have the same exact same meaning. جيد. And then we had Allahu Akbar. This is so important as well. Here you have, look at these three verbs. Normally you have, let's look at the al-fi'l dhahaba. Okay guys, with me? Dhahaba. If you want to add dhamir, fa'il to this, what happens? What do you say? You add the ta and you say, you change this to sukoon, you say dhahabtu. Agreed? Dhahabtu. Khalas everyone? And then this becomes fi'al madi mabniyun ala sukoon. Fi'al madi mabniyun ala sukoon, because the last letter of the verb now it has a sukoon. Why? Because it had this new dhamir that joined to it. Littisalihi bi dhamir al-fa'il. Jayid? Okay. Look at this.
Ustad, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go now. It's Maghrib time here.
Afwan, akhi. Go ahead, akhi. Barakallahu feek. And look over here. Look over here. Dhahaba. The middle letter is ha. But imagine this middle letter was an alif or a waw or a ya. Can you think of any verbs that have a middle letter, alif or waw or ha or ya? Anyone?
Ra'a.
Ahsant. Hey, ra'a, ra'a. No, that's not an example because the middle letter here is a hamza. Anyone got an answer from one of the sisters? Jazakallahu khairan. Qala. Another one?
Ja'a.
Ja'a. Ahsant. Any more?
Qama.
Naam?
Qama.
Qama. Barakallahu feek, akhi Siddiq.
What about ja'un?
And you said Afwan?
Da'a.
You mean da'a from du'a,
No.
yeah?
Yeah.
This alif is at the end, not the middle. I'm just looking right now, the middle letter.
Yeah.
Kana.
Kana is also sometimes as a fi'l. Let's work with these. Look over here. Look at the example they've given us. Hamidun qala. Right? Now you want to change the fa'il to this dhamir. So by adding this ta and you have to put a sukoon on the verb. And now technically, look at it. Qala. This is technically already got a sukoon on it. So when this lam gets a sukoon, and you want to add this dhamir to or ta or ti, you got these two sukoons next to each other. Okay? So the weaker of the two is this waw, is this alif. Okay? So the alif gets taken away. The alif gets taken away. And Dhamma appears on the calf in order to facilitate the pronunciation of the word. And it becomes Qul tu, or Qul ta, or Qul ti. Right? So look at it. Hamidun qala anta qulta ana qultu nahnu qulna, and also anti qulti. Sahih? Where's the alif gone? The alif is here. You notice it, guys? Look at the example for qama. Hamidun qama. Anta kumta. How has kumta appeared over here? Qama. This is sukoon. Sukoon comes on the meme because you want to join this letter, this dhamir, muttasil. So you take out this one here and you say kum tu, or kum ta, anta kum ta, ana kum tu, nahnu kumna. Everyone, please, without using the microphone, give me the answer to Hamidun Zara. Zara means to visit. Type your answers, please. Hamidun Zara, Anta, Ana, and Nahnu. Only for Zara, okay? And keep it in one message. Don't say, don't do anta then hit your enter. But don't do anta and then send it, and then separate one. Then all your answers will be in different places. There you are. Let's give you 10-15 seconds for the answers to be coming in, and they're coming in nicely, mashallah. Alhamdulillah. Ni'mah. Ni'mah. Waiting for a few of you to answer. MashaAllah. Fadl min Allah. That's good. Alhamdulillah. Clear. You've all understood it clearly. Although not everyone answered. Maybe some of you are still trying to type in Arabic.
Yeah, I have to understand this a little better. I'm having difficulties.
No problem, inshallah. You take your time, get the recording and go over it slowly. But yeah, as you answered.
Yes, I will.
As all the brothers and sisters answered, they all got it right. They said anta zurta, zurta, ana zurtu, ana zurtu, nahnu zurna, nahnu zurna. We visited. You visited. I visited. We visited. Ahsanallahu ilaykum. Baraka fikum. Sadly, we couldn't actually get into Ad-Dars Al-Thani wal-Ishrun, but in actual fact, it's almost like a revision lesson, and I will ask you just to read it. And if there's any ishkaliya, but it is actually straightforward. I'm tempted to actually read this right now. I think what we'll do, we'll read it at the beginning of next lesson and go straight into Ad-Dars Al-Thalith wal-Ishrun. بإذن الله تعالى. طيب. وفق الله الجميع لما يحبه ويرضى. وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
جزاكم الله خير.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاك الله خير.
جزاك الله خير. شكرا جزيلا.